So unsurprisingly, the United Airlines is a very hot topic these days. I'm trending on YouTube for like in the past 3 to 4 days all the time. And yeah, if you didn't do well, the aviation is a really competitive market. United Airlines will surpass you because they provide better service. So today we're going to talk about aviation airlines a little bit. And I mean, did you see the Southwest advertisement said? And their slogan said, "We beat the competition, but not you." You see, this is a very obvious example that the other airlines is making fun, making jokes of United Airlines. So if you don't do well, the other airline will really surpass you. So I want to talk about some of the best airlines in the world. And let's take a look at the North America situations here. The North American United States probably the busiest aviation airspace in the world, with tons of airlines, very competitive market, and every airlines want to be successful and want to be huge and want to do an amazing job on the United States market. So let's talk about Canada first. So I live in Canada, I live in Toronto, and I travel with Air Canada's, and Air Canada is my major airline. It's definitely not my favorite airline, but I travel Air Canada most frequently. So why travel with Air Canada? Because basically, I live in Toronto, and Toronto Airport has two terminals, the Terminal 1 and Terminal 3. So I take airport buses to the airport frequently. And the airport buses only make stops at Terminal 1, while not Terminal 3. And the Air Canada is the only major airline in Terminal 1, so I don't want to take a shuttle train to another terminal, so that is why I prefer Air Canada when I started my journey in Toronto. And in Canada, there are some other very amazing airlines like WestJet, like Porter Airlines. In my opinion, the WestJet has a better service than Air Canada, although their price is usually cheaper than Air Canada. I don't know the reason for that, because WestJet is just a smaller airlines. They are better at providing great service to the customers. And the Porter Airlines also pretty good. It's not as big as the WestJet and Air Canada at all, but they provide friendly service, and they put the airport at Toronto downtown. We have another airport at Toronto downtown, and it's the Porter Airlines hub. And yeah, the port is pretty good, but they don't have a lot of destinations around in the North America. They only provide like destinations to many cities around Toronto, like Montreal, probably Ottawa, New York, these kind of cities that is close to Toronto. And Air Canada is okay. It's not good, but not bad. Their service is okay. I won't complain a lot. I don't have any bad experience with Air Canada until today. No, I would say I don't have any bad experience with Air Canada for a very long time. They provide okay service. You cannot expect it. You cannot set a high expectation to these kind of national flag carriers because they are huge, they are big, and well, you just cannot criticize them. So I think Air Canada is doing okay. WestJet slightly better, and Porter Airlines slightly better than Air Canada. Both of three, it's not bad. It's not bad. So that's the situation here in Canada. So let's go into the US. The US is a mess. A lot of airlines, a lot of competitors joined to the aviation families. So let's take a look. So first, I will classify the three giants here, which is obviously the Delta, American, and United. Both of these are not good. Not as good as other airlines. Not as good as other airlines. So some airlines that are good at providing great service in the US, as I know and as I experience in my travel experience, I would say the JetBlue, the Southwest, the Alaska Airlines, probably three of the best. Well, Virgin America is part of the Alaska right now, so I will just say Alaska Airlines. Virgin America is definitely great, but now they just combine and I will call Alaska. These three are just some better carriers and better airlines than that three giant. The JetBlue is pretty good. Their legroom is pretty great. I always travel with economy because I'm a student. I definitely don't have that much money to travel in business or premium economy, so I would just talk about economy, which is most people choose to. So JetBlue have a better legroom and bigger legroom than other airlines. The three giants usually have a legroom of 76 centimeters to 79 centimeters, while the JetBlue usually have around 81 to 86. So that is just much bigger legroom. I value legroom a lot because I think it's more important than like seat recline, that kind of stuff. I think legroom is what I value the most. So I mean, it's just a little bit comfort. You have a little bit more spaces, and that should make your trip a little bit less tired and better experience. It just means better. And the JetBlue and Virgin Americas and the Southwest just have better service, and the flight attendants more friendly. And because they are a smaller airline, they don't have a lot of international. They don't have international destinations, so their on-time performance rate is pretty good. And yeah, it's overall these three are the best in the United States. And the three giant, I would say United, American, and Delta. I would say Delta is slightly better than the other two, but of course not as great as the JetBlue and Virgin America and that kind of. But Delta is just slightly better than the United America. I don't like United American at all. They don't have really great service. I'm an economy passenger, so I won't talk about business class, so I would say they just don't have that great service as other airlines. While the Spirit is definitely the worst. The Spirit is definitely the worst. I traveled with Spirits before and it's not good, obviously, because they classify themselves as ultra low cost carrier, so we cannot compare it with other airlines. But you get what you get. You pay that much money, then you get what kind of service. So, well, it's not good, but at least their flight ticket is cheap. While United, American, and Delta are pretty much not these kind of case. They don't have really amazing service, but their flight ticket is usually more expensive than JetBlue, more expensive than Southwest. So I don't know what they're doing. They just have a massive fleet. They are definitely the world's top three largest airline. They have a lot of airplanes, hundreds, thousands of airplanes, and they have a lot of destination. I think that this is what makes them great. They have a really huge networks. These are definitely advantages for them. They have a lot of international destinations around the world, a lot of domestic destination in USA. So I would say this is probably their advantages. And then let's talk about international destinations. I think I usually fly a lot from Toronto to Hong Kong, and because my hometown is in China, so I fly this route pretty much twice every year. So I mean, it's okay, because you really cannot have a great economy experience with like 15 plus hours of journey. No matter on which airline you chose, you usually don't have that kind of feelings. It's like 15 hours of journey is pretty damn long, and it's just a bad experience. I mean, the Emirates, Cathay Pacific, Singapore Airlines are definitely did a fantastic job on these kind of long range routes. They really are amazing. These three are my top favorite airlines: the Singapore Airlines, the Cathay Pacific, the Emirates, and of course a lot of airlines like Turkish Airlines, the Japan Airlines, the ANA, which is another Japan Airlines, and yeah, Asian Airlines are doing a lot better than American Airlines on service part. They really did a fantastic job than the American Airlines. So if you travel a lot for Trans-Pacific flight, I really recommend you to try to take Asian Airlines flight, while not the American Airlines flight. And when you look at when you go online and search for the best airlines in the world or the top airline in the world right now, usually the first 10 of these will be Asian Airlines or Middle East Airlines. While Middle East is part of Asia, so most of these will be Asian Airlines, from East Asian Airlines to the Middle East Airlines. You won't see a lot of North American Airlines. You won't see a lot of European Airlines. So if you're judging for the service, I definitely recommend Asian Airlines than the American Airlines. So, but you have to consider that America has a really great aviation industry, really much better than the Chinese aviation market. I love planes. They are probably the greatest inventions for our generations, for all the human beings. They're really one of the greatest invention in the 20th century, and it really transformed the way how we travel around the world. Before we had to take the ship, we have to take trains. It takes days, months to get to somewhere, but now airplane, hours to get to somewhere. Even you want to go to the furthest place on this world, you can get it usually within 24 hours. So that is amazing. That is how cool it is. So yeah, that's just my a little bit thought about airlines and aviation market right now. I'm not a frequent traveler. I'm not a business person. I don't have a lot of comments on the business class. I don't have a lot of comments on other class. I might be biased. Well, I'm not a good reviewer. Well, so that's it. Hope you have a great weekend. And by the way, we have a 4-day long weekend. We have a Good Friday, which is a holidays in Canada. Then we have a 2 days weekend, and then we have Easter Monday. So we get 4-day rest from school. So that is super awesome. So that's it. Have a great weekend, and for all the Canadians, have a great holidays.